project. I put the shocks already on the front end. This is an airlift kit. It's just a real simple little set. Not trying to do a whole blown airbag, you know, type scenario. I just want to be able to lift the front of the car up whenever I want to be able to get over shit. And because it's really low, and currently where I have it right now is actually, it's at a decent ride height. So yeah, just trying to be able to control it, to be able to basically adjust it whenever I want to. Hit this little switch here and be able to go up or down. So that's it. That's kind of what I'm working on currently. So I am working on this little, you can see the little airlift system. Just a couple T connectors, and then the connectors actually on the shocks. These are just the Monroe air shocks, and that brings them to the standard style. And then I use these T fittings, one here splitting from the two air shocks, one on each side, coming out of here into another T. One T goes into the compressor, and the other T, the other side of the T, as you can see here, out of the compressor, here's the T, and it runs up and into the back of this, which is your pressure release. And then this is the up, and you can actually see it. Yeah, it's hard to do this with one hand. That's about 40 pounds, which brings me quite a few inches of wheel well clearance, which is all I care about. I don't care about like going up and down and up and down and up and down. It's just when I want to drive it around or know I'm going to be in areas that are going to have issues. That's nice to be able to, you know, raise my front end up. I like the rake on it, but I don't know if you can see the fittings. Yeah, you can see the fittings. So there's the fittings that I used. So it just bolts onto the Monroe air shock. And then this is the Utah pneumatic. Almost all of the connectors in the airline itself I got from Amazon. So this is a pretty simple little setup. And if you don't care about going up and down and, you know, doing crazy hydraulic looking stuff, this is actually a pretty cool little kit. So it was 149 bucks, and you know, I didn't want to run all the airlines and do the specific air pump, and you know, Air Max has got some, and Vi-Air, and although those are great, but I'm not gonna be playing with it all the time. I just need it to raise and lower. This is actually designed for a truck, so it's got a little inline fuse, so your power just goes from the unit to the back of the little gauge, and then the other side of the gauge goes up, and you put it onto power here, and it's got an inline fuse. So the back of it's real simple. And then this is actually for the light, which I'll probably run later on. I'll key it to the ignition so that it comes on. But I think I'm gonna hide this. I think that actually this is gonna go in my glove box or something. Again, because I'm not trying to show off that I have, you know, poor man's air ride or whatever. But that is, that's what I'm doing. So now it's time to tidy up everything and get everything cleaned up and kind of fasten down. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna mount the actual little air compressor itself. It's just plastic, so it's not very heavy or anything, but I don't want to permanently screw a bolt into anything. I'm thinking maybe Velcro or something. I'm not sure. This is really, really light. Velcro would probably work, but you know, I've been filling in a lot of these weird little holes and stuff, and I still got this one here that was for AC that somebody pumped in, and I got to figure out what to do. So I don't want to pump in a whole bunch of other screws. So we shall see. But that's what I'm doing. This is a real simple system, and Here is the schematic. So you can see, like I was saying, I just came out of each one of the air shocks into a T. Up to another T, it feeds the compressor, and then it goes straight up into the unit itself, the gauge panel, and then the other side is the pressure relief. So then all you got to do is run power, and one side of the power goes to the switch from the air compressor, and the bottom part of the switch goes up, and it's got the inline fuse in it, and that goes to your fuse box. So this was probably a 35-minute little install, and it made a big ass mess, but not hard.